Hello, and thanks for tuning into this video. Please, stay a bit with us while look at how we can strengthen EU enlargement. It will be just a few minutes, maybe even the most important ones of your week. We, at the Impact Assessment Institute, love impact. Not impacts like the one that did it for the dinosaurs, no. We specialized in evaluating the effects of policies and laws. We are big supporters of the EU, much like aspiring member countries and their citizens. We understand that EU integration is a demanding and transformative policy goal. So, what is it we are thinking about? Joining the EU brings numerous benefits. For example, access to the internal market. Just think about some numbers. Or free movement of citizens for work, study or fun. Or a combination of these. And there are many more compelling reasons to join the EU. Too many to cover today. Really, trust us on this one. Let's go back to our superhero. Because joining the EU comes with great responsibility and a lot of work. Life is all about impacts, and the more you know about them, the better you can deal with them. Joining the EU can transform a country for the better. Today, we want to share how we can make this process better and, most importantly, successful. We believe firmly that joining the EU is a shared journey based on close cooperation. For us, it is the journey together to the EU. Curious? We hope so. Here is what we want to share with you. Let's start with the big picture. Joining the EU is both rewarding and challenging. The Western Balkan Growth Facility is a great step forward. But for enlargement to succeed, we need to think much bigger. We must also consider better regulation as the EU continuously develops new policies and laws. Yes, we do. So, let's get back to work. Countries that want to join the EU have agreed to implement all EU policies and laws, present and future. These rules become better when the people that need to make them work are involved in the process. EU policies and laws are destined to apply to all citizens in future member states. For us, this means that future members should be treated more like members and less like future. Civil servants from future member states should by default participate and contribute to discussions in the expert groups of the European Commission. They should join the working parties in the Council. So should their ambassadors. Not to vote on proposals, but to improve the decisions that will affect their countries. And what about parliaments? Of course, we have an idea here too. When the Commission adopts a legislative proposal, this is sent to parliaments of the member states of the EU. They have the right to formally react to the proposal. How easy would it be to include parliaments of future EU members? They could receive proposal for information and, if they deem it important, reach out directly to the members of the European parliaments. That's how we think we create impact. Policies and laws that are developed together are simply better. But we have more to tell. For example, how about citizens and consultation? EU rules will apply to them in the future, yet they can't participate in their own languages when these rules are developed. So, how about consulting in the languages of the future citizens of the EU? The journey together to the EU is about cooperation for better results. Results in terms of better impacts, of course. The EU has developed impactful policies to improve lives, featuring clear targets for both current and future member states. Here are a few examples. Agricultural policy for better and safer food for all. A smoke-free society initiative targeting a reduction in smoking rates by over 80% to combat cancer. The Green Deal, striving to create a society free of fossil fuel. These policies require investments from governments and companies. We know much is needed, in particular, insights into what impacts will occur. The budgets of countries will change as a result of European integration. Just consider the potential loss of excise revenues from reduced fuel and cigarette sales. While this outlook is clear, our planning horizon is currently too short. This is a significant limitation. And there are great opportunities as well. More economic growth, more FDI, easier trade. Here, we are also entering a dark spot, unfortunately. Tackling this lack of insight is one big impact we can achieve by working together. Uniting current and future member states help us better understand what it takes to join the EU. And when we know what it takes, we can ensure success. Our solution is straightforward and one that we love: impact assessment. We need to improve the understanding of what it takes to make EU rules work in practice. Economic sectors will need to reform. They will need to invest. The labor market will change. We need to understand how sectors and their supply chains will be affected and how government finances will develop. With this insight, we can effectively progress towards EU membership. That was a lot of food for your thoughts. So let's summarize. The journey together to the EU is all about cooperation to gain the insights necessary for EU enlargement. It brings people together to share experiences and insights, essential for making EU accession a reality. What does this take, you may ask us? Good question. The will to work together. The will to build a common future. The will to make EU accession work. Let's go on this journey. Let's go on it together.